Hey, let's talk baseball. The minor leagues this year instituted what was a controversial way of breaking or when playing extra innings, but it's kind of revolutionary. How's it going?
So it's going exactly how they intended it to go. So there's two reasons that they instituted it. One was to try to create some more excitement for extra innings because it can drag on, especially in the minor leagues, because people leave after 9 innings. And two is to limit the amount of pitchers that teams are using when the game goes to extra innings, because the minor leagues, there are guys every day that are just not available, so they don't have as much pitching as, say, a major league team may have. Well, they want to try to get the games over quicker, and so the numbers so far, at least through July 31st, 93% of games are ending in 2 extra innings or fewer, which means, that's exactly what the rule is intended to do, is to speed up the games. The interesting thing is the broadcaster, Josh Wetzel, who does a great job for the Red Wings, said that it adds excitement to the broadcast instantly, whereas extra innings before maybe didn't. So there's a lot of things that I guess I was skeptical about when it first started, but the idea behind it is proving to be exactly the way that they hoped that the rule would work out.
And I think nationally people are coming around to, at least not hating this idea as much as they did when it was first proposed.
I guess. I just think the game itself is based on how difficult it is to get on base, right? On base percentage is a huge thing, and you work your way around it. But to the point, I know there's something fantastic in hockey that everybody loves called the shootout. And it's a very similar way.
No.
It's a change of the way the game is normally played in order to end it quicker. Look at him. It's going to explode.
It's completely different. This is completely different. This is still baseball. Baseball is still being played in this. You just have an extra runner on second. It's still the game of baseball. Shootout is just me in the driveway. Shootout is awful. I have been on the side of adding the runner to second since it happened because, like Nate said, it's entertainment value, right? I'm going to a minor league baseball game, and there are folks that are big baseball fans. I'm sure it's not a huge percentage of your audience. It's folks out to have a good time, and this is something that is making the game exciting immediately.
I think the better analogy is taking the players off the ice and playing the first 5 minutes overtime with fewer players.
But that's also stupid. It's less stupid than the shootout, but all right, listen, I get that you old men who stand on your lawns and yell at people don't want any change ever, right? Remember when interleague play was a big controversial thing and we don't even notice it? Remember when the designated hitter was going to, and Jesus was going to come back and yell at the commissioner of baseball for the DH? That never happened. You'll just get used to it. This is cool. You're wrong. I'm standing on your lawn.
Well, it is funny, though, that you don't like it because you are more of a hockey purist than you would be a baseball purist in that way, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But no, there are changes to the game.
So you are standing there yelling, "Get off my ice," instead of "Get off my lawn."
Well, you would fall.
But it doesn't buy. It just is different. I don't know. Do you think it'll ever be part of the major leagues?
Like hockey, I think you can use it in the regular season.
Pitchers are throwing fewer innings is the main reason that this is happening, because guys used to come in out of the bullpen, throw 4 or 5 innings, have a day off, and then be able to throw the next day. They throw 4 or 5 innings and they're down for 3 or 4 days now. Guys just aren't throwing as many pitches. So I think that the way that this is going, that Major League Baseball will probably adopt it, just because it's doing They don't test this stuff and see that it works and then throw it away. That's my opinion with it.
Oh, real quick, while you're an idiot, this shortens baseball games. The shootout elongates hockey games. Checkmate.
Do you like it? Do your constituents like it? You see it all the time.
I was against it at the beginning because I was a baseball purist. I love the game, the way that it's played, and the fact that you have to throw the ball over the plate to get guys out. There's no way to speed up the games. But it's working the way that they intended it to. And in the minor leagues especially, it's beneficial because I don't want to see a second baseman on the mound in the 14th inning. And that's what happened. When the Red Wings played that 33-inning game, which is still the longest game in baseball history, and if these rules continue to be adopted, it'll never be touched. But they had pitchers throwing the entire game, both teams. Yeah. Now you don't. At 13, 14 innings, you'd have guys throwing. The Phillies and the Dodgers played a 16-inning game this year, and the Dodgers just decided we didn't have any pitching left, so we're going to throw an infielder. Kike Hernandez got the loss on the mound. No one wants to see that.
You're making the game irrelevant at that point.
Correct, and that's another. They wanted to avoid that situation, but to me, it's doing what it was intended to do, and I just think that Major League Baseball wasn't testing it, and if it succeeded, to not implement it at some point.
Real quick, minor league games are shorter, but people do leave. Major league games are long enough as it is, but we know every major league game in extra innings ends on a home run anyhow, right?
You say, sir.
There's just home runs everywhere.